The title of my presentation is 10 Things We Messed Up in 2019. We got comfortable. We've been hockey sticking for like 6 years. Hard. And we allowed that.
I'm black. What is hockey sticking?
This fucking guy. You know, like growing really fast. Does that work for you?
You said like 3-point shooting or like crossover.
So we had a lot of growth, a lot of success, and that's great. But you know what that comes with is the risk of getting complacent. And when you get comfortable and you don't pay attention to what you need to be paying attention to, you're going to drop more balls than you could ever imagine. And for us in 2019, it was a great year, most profitable year. Like everything on paper was great. But if we wouldn't have gotten comfortable, if we wouldn't have got complacent, if maybe we would have just checked the ego a little bit, we probably would be doing better. And I know that at times, some of us, maybe all of us, feel like, shit, I got this all figured out. I got it all figured out. Until one day you wake up and you don't. And my challenge for you is, I want you to really think about starting every day at 0. Because when you're winning really, really hard, it's easy to wake up and swing the bat in ways that you normally wouldn't swing it. It's easier to convince yourself to do shit that you probably shouldn't do. And on the opposite side of it, if you're losing, it's really hard to come in and swing the bat properly, right? One of the best seminars I ever went to was an event called Money in You. And at Money in You, she made us all like sign a note to ourselves, which said, you have to promise yourself that you will never make decisions in your valleys. Life is always, you're either on a peak or you're in a valley. It's very rare that entrepreneurs ever feel in the middle. Like, I wake up and I either feel like the king of the world or I feel like I'm about to die. Does anybody feel that way? Yeah. So, in both directions, when you feel like the king of the world, be real with how hard you're pushing in your chips. And when you feel like you're in a valley, it's really hard to make big, long-term decisions when all you see is obstacles. All I see is huge verticals to climb. So one of the thoughts that I have for you here is, for one, multiply your goal, not your goals. If your goal is to do 100 deals this year, I challenge you to say, screw that, my goal is to do 200 deals this year. Why? Because if I take my goal from 100 to 200, then I work backwards to figure out how I achieve 200 as opposed to 1. Les Brown says if you reach for the stars and you miss, you'll land on the clouds. But if I'm reaching for the clouds and I miss, I fall all the way down and hurt my ass, right? So multiply your goals, your said goal, your number one initiative. Go bigger to the point that it almost scares you. And focus on that one said goal and work backwards and say, okay, if my goal was to do 100 and I'm on pace to do 100, screw that. What's it going to take to do 200? And then pay attention to the things that you have to multiply to achieve that goal. You're going to have to multiply the amount of work that you put, the marketing, the efforts, the expense, the team, the needs. And if you focus on, multiplying the goal by 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of what it is at the moment, and then you get real with what it's going to take to multiply in terms of efforts, output, mindset, to hit the way bigger goal, I believe that that's going to make it very easy for you to, one, stay focused on the main goal and don't let the distraction of other opportunities get you off track. And two, back to what Les says, If I'm reaching for the stars and I miss and land up on the clouds, am I really that bummed? No.